looking at AI, so ChatGPT, Perplexity.ai, some other examples. We've learned about Zoom. Um, and most recently, we've been focusing on Discord and Google Docs. And that's how we'll split our time today on those last two topics. But I think first we have a poll.
That is correct. So I've set up the live stream to the NWSOFA.org YouTube account, and you can actually go there at any time. You could watch it being live stream right now, but it's better live, and you can share it, or you can go to watch it anytime in the future, and that is on our NWSOFA.org. If you do not want to be on the video, please turn your video, your personal video, so we don't see you on the screen. Oh. Here's the fun. And I'm going to bring it up in about a second here, and if you guys will let me know that you can see it. Okay, kind of hands up or whatever, your physical hands, can you see the screen?
Poll on the screen.
Okay, I've gotten Susan. She says she's got it. So does Mary. Okay, that's good. So there are two questions. There are only two questions, and we ask everybody to answer it. The first one is pretty easy. It says we've got two subjects today. We're going to talk about Google Docs, and we're going to talk about Discord. And we want you just to choose. And there's also a third answer. It says not sure. So I see that one person has already answered. Oh, two people have now answered. This is wonderful. Okay, it gets a little exciting. Four now have answered the first question. There is a second question. If you scroll down, move your cursor down, you'll see question number 2 says, for Google Docs, the hands-on session, what would you like to do? And there are 4 questions there. One says just the basics. One, that you would like to see us work together on a document, see how this cat or dog works. The third one is to do a deeper dive, and you can answer multiple times on this. And the last one is, would you like to see other Google Docs rather than just the documents like spreadsheets and presentations? And so far, on the second question, we have 7 people who have answered in one way, shape, or form. And on the first question, we have 8 people that have answered in some way. So we're going to give it about another minute. I would love to have 13 or 14 of us on the call today. I'm not sure if co-hosts, or I know the hosts cannot answer the questions. So we'll see if other folks have. Stephanie, do you know if a co-host can answer the questions?
They cannot.
They cannot. Okay. So we're looking for 14. I'll give about 30 seconds left here. Thank you all for participating. The good news is nobody's answered not sure on the first question. And on the second question, it looks like there's varying opinions of what we should be doing. So we'll get engaged today by what we hear and see here. I'm going to give about 5 more seconds. See if we can get to the full 13. So 10, 7, 4, 2, 3, and 1. Okay, we've got 12 people that have answered the questions. So on the very first question, we got 12 for 12. We have 7 that said Google Docs and 5 who said Discord. So that is underwhelming, but we're going to start with Google Docs. Actually, let's do it the other way around. let's do some Discord update. And then we'll spend the bulk of our time on Google Docs. So if we go over a little bit because people have questions, we're not constrained. And then on the second question was on Google Docs, 6 said, we're not sure. Let's go through the basics. That's number 1. And then the fourth one was number 2 was 36%. They want more on other Google Docs products like presentations and spreadsheets, etc. And then tied, 27% is actually like to work together on a Google Doc or dive deeper into documents. So maybe we can accomplish a lot of that. If we don't get it all done today, we will get it done tomorrow because we have a 12 o'clock session. It's pretty much a similar session here. So great. Thank you all for participating. And I'm going to close out now. Great. So with that, we're going to do a little review, a short review on Discord. Rebecca, would you take us through that? And then Stephanie will take us through the Google Docs.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, and since this is a how-to session, if you have any questions, you can raise your hand. If we forget to call on you, just butt in and just say, hey, I got a question.
So I know a bunch of you are frequent flyers on these how-to hands-on meetings. You probably heard me talk about Discord before, but I feel like every time we get on these calls, there's somebody new. So I will just give a quick overview of Discord before we spend the majority of our time on Google Docs today. So Discord is it's a free app, and we use it for communicating with each other. Folks have compared it to Slack, if any of you have heard of that. I also think of it very similar to the chat function on Zoom meetings, because you know how you can post comments and you can reply to people's comments and you can share images and links. So it's just like that, except it's 24/7. So even if you're not in a Zoom meeting, you can share your thoughts. So my mantra for Discord, at least for our group, is it's a way to keep the conversation going outside of all of our Zoom meetings. Oh, I see Jeanette. Jeanette, you have your hand up.
Yes, I was just going to ask a question I asked you before. You said you were going to look into seeing if there's a way that we could get notification if anybody's on the live chat room. Did you ever look at that?
It's on my list, but today is just a recap of sort of an intro to Discord. So
Okay.
we'll have that as part of our sort of intermediate or our Discord 201.
Okay, got it.
Thanks. Okay, Discord works on phones, tablets, and computers, so it is very flexible. Okay, how much am I going to go into this? So if any of you are interested in signing up for Discord, there are 3 steps. So your first step is download it. So if you're on a computer, you're going to go to discord.com and download it and install it. If you're on a phone or a tablet, you're going to go to the App Store or Google Play Store if you're on Android, and you'll search for Discord and then install the app like you would any app. After you get it downloaded and installed, that's when you're going to create your account. if you don't have one already. It will ask you when you click the register or sign up button, it'll ask you for your email, your username, password, and your date of birth, which is just to confirm that you're over 13. And then it'll send you an email with a link that you'll need to click to confirm that you are a real person and you're not like a bot or whatever. And then after you've done those 2 steps, you can join our server, because our Discord server, our group, is invite only. And we do that for security reasons and just to keep bots and trolls out. So I will in a moment put the invite link into the chat. So once you've downloaded it and installed it and created an account, you'll click on that invite link and it'll open up in Discord. You'll accept the link and then you're good to go. Once you are in,
I missed how we get the invite. I'm sorry.
I'm going to put it in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to do that right now. Okay. And I know I am kind of cruising through this pretty quickly. And I'm mainly doing that because a lot of folks have come to these trainings before and heard me go through this. So if there are individual questions, yes, just feel free to pipe up and ask. So when you first log into Discord, it's probably going to look something like this, except you won't have any friends or direct messages here. But you will need to click on the Statue of Liberty icon on the left, because that is the icon for our server. There's a question, does NWSOFA have to pay for its own server? No, it's free to set up a server. We currently have almost 200.
Did we lose her again?
I was gonna say, we may have lost her for just a second, so I think we're gonna have to talk among ourselves.
She's coming back.
Okay,
Here I am.
There she
thanks,
is.
Bill.
I know. It's not even a Monday. It's like
I'm
it
gonna
was a
do
program computer.
I think I'm gonna do a GoFundMe page for you, Rebecca. We gotta get you a bigger computer.
You know what? My mom joined one of these how-to hands-on meetings, and she received the message about Christmas, that Christmas this year is going to include a laptop for her daughter. So okay. So I think I dropped off saying click the Statue of Liberty icon, and then you will have a couple of options in this pane right here. If so, your list of options will look a little different than mine. All of these options here are called channels. You can think of channels as just conversation topics or areas. So we have a conversation happening about US news and discussion. We have one about history. And then we have sort of an activism section with calls to action and information about boycotts, protest tools. And then if you keep scrolling, there's a bunch of different channels that are about non-politics type stuff, and it's more community type, like a book club or food and recipes, or you can share pictures of your pets and things like that. Danek, you have a question?
Yeah. Did I hear you say one day, I'm not sure if somebody mentioned that the articles that we post sometimes, like after a certain amount of time, they fall off. Is that what happens in there? So like if I don't get on, like I
No,
was just looking at all these articles Bruce posted on the 11th. So if I don't read them today, are they going to be gone like in a couple days?
no, the articles themselves stay. Nothing ever gets deleted unless a moderator or the user who posted it delete it. What
Okay.
might happen is if it's in what's called a thread, which is like a conversation within the broader conversation, if there's no new posts on a thread, that thread might stop showing up in your list here. And then you might have to like go search for it. But all of the posts themselves stay. And so if you're like, oh, Bruce posted something and I want to find everything that Bruce has posted, you can use the search bar up at the top. I use it pretty frequently. So you could use this search option from. So you click that from, and then you type in Bruce. And right now, we've got one Bruce. Here's our Bruce. You click his username, and then it will search and it will find everything that he's posted, regardless of where on the server it has been posted. And it can take a minute, especially for Bruce, because he's got a lot of stuff. But you can see that he posted a couple days ago in tyranny and fascism, and then some immigration news, and then in US news. So that's a good way to find stuff that might have gotten buried or
And I could actually call him from here too?
what do you say that again?
I see it says message, voice call, video call, add friend. So I could actually hit that and call him right now?
Yep, you could.
No.
I don't know how polite that would be to cold call somebody
I'm just saying,
without any
I
warning,
mean,
but you
like,
could.
yeah, I didn't know we had that as an option, you know. I never saw that before. I was just wondering.
Yeah, so if you click the person's their username, you will get this little box that pops up. And then if you click the more, so in here, you can add that person as a friend. Sometimes it's just nice to make friends. But you can also click the more button and there are some more options that you can do. So I'm not seeing where it says call him.
I may have, okay, let's see, let me go back.
I wonder if you
Okay,
maybe only have.
I hit, when you said you put their name in the search, I may have put the name in the wrong search. I went under Indivisible right on top, NWSOFA, and then it says 183 members, and then .community. So I put under that search, I put in Bruce, and Bruce H comes up. I hit on it, and it gave me all that. It says members since July 11th, 2025. And yeah, it gives me the same options as if I was on, well, I am on my phone, but I can hit a message, a voice call, a video call, and then it says add friend, but he's already a friend, so I'm not sure what that means.
Okay,
I mean,
maybe
I
that's
don't
why.
know.
If he's already a friend, you may have more options.
Hey, Rebecca, when you're on your
Yeah.
phone and you search for a member, I was just directed to their profile and I see message, voice call, video call, and add friend. So I think that may be maybe a phone feature first. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. But that was how I suspect Danette got there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So then how did I must have, so I obviously hit the wrong thing and stumbled across this. So if you were explaining actually how I could go and see where do I put in what search bar to see all his posts? Like you said, you go
So,
into a search.
Across the top,
yeah.
there are choices and you slide and you can either see posts or a variety of different things. Try sliding the top, Danetta,
Am I supposed to be under, let's see.
from where you were, the screen you were describing.
Oh,
So when you see Bruce's name, you might
So,
see media, links, members, etc. So the default
oh,
search is
okay,
to
yeah.
members, and then messages are all the things that include the word Bruce. And
Oh,
then
okay.
media, yeah. So
So I went under members and then I could put Bruce's name in there.
that would be what I would do.
Let's see. Bruce H. And it
And then
still
when you do
comes up
that,
the same. I
I
got message,
understand.
voice call. Okay. But I was looking to see where his posts. How do I get to his posts? Messages, media, and links.
So, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see that. If you look at my, so when I search for, I'm on my phone and I hit the search button at the top, and then it says search in an Indivisible NWSOFA. And then right next to it, to the right side, there's an icon that shows little sliders to go back and forth. Click that, and then click from a specific person. And then you search for Bruce, and it should say from Bruce H, and then you'll get his list of posts. I
Yeah,
can't
I
show
don't.
you on my phone because I don't have a good way to share my screen that way.
I don't see the little slider thing you're talking about. So it's got to be different than on the computer.
Okay.
But I'll just have to play with that later, I guess, and just see.
Okay. I did want to just talk about two quick things, and then we can probably pivot to Google Docs, which I will be kicking over to Stephanie. So Nora, I see your hand up. I'm gonna do this, and then we can answer questions. So I do want to give people the hint around this browse channels function.
I
So
don't mean
at the
to
top
interrupt, but
of all of your channels,
we're on the topic. I have just a really quick question. Where you're in a channel or a thread when you're searching by name, correct? Because I tried to search by name in the very first page, with Liberty, and it just it only gave me members. That's all it brings up. Discord members.
that was what Danette was having issues with. And I was saying use the slider button, but she didn't see that, and so I don't have an answer for that at the moment.
Okay.
But the next topic that I wanted to transition to was at the top of your channels list here, use this browse channels option to choose which channels show up in your list. So you're going to click that Browse Channels, and then anything that's in this list, you have access to everything. What shows up in your list over here is dependent on you checking the box next to that channel. So there are a lot of channels in here, and you don't have to subscribe to them all. So I would say only subscribe to what you want to show up in your list over here. So that's a tip that folks should use. And one thing that just as a kind of a, I guess, something to point out is that at the very, very bottom of all the channels, there are two channels called voice channels. And this is what Danette was referring to earlier. So we have voice channels, and they work a little different than all the rest of the channels, which act like Zoom chat, where you're just typing back and forth to each other. Voice channels are like a Zoom meeting where you can hear each other, and if you share your video, you can see each other. So, but you don't need an invite to go into a meeting. If you're on Discord and you want to go into these voice channels, you can just go into them at any time. And yes.
A question for that. So we could actually hold like a mini Zoom meeting on the voice channel here in Discord. Is that correct? Let's say you had 2 or 3 people that you wanted to get together. Is there any way to control who all will join you?
It's open to everybody. So you can't keep people out. But most of the time nobody is in there. So feel like unless you tell people go show up in the channel, then they probably aren't going to.
That was my question earlier, Bill. We wanted to know if there's a way we could get notification that there were people in there so we could possibly join in. And I think you also told us one time that there's a way that if you want to keep it private just between you and someone else, you can do that, or you can be in there with a group. You told us that at one time, correct?
No. So these channels are open to anyone. So
Oh, okay.
if you and Merle are in there chatting away, and say Lillian wants to drop in, she can do that. She can come in, and there's no keeping her out. So it's a little different than a Zoom meeting where people need an invite. This is like these are open all the time. So they're open all the
Rebecca,
time, and they're open to everybody.
Rebecca, when 3rd or 4th people join in, can you see that? I mean, it'd be a little
Yeah, people have been hanging out down there. I just don't know exactly what they want to talk about or whatever, but there's been people hanging out there.
Oh, I mean, if you're in the meeting, in a meeting talking with someone else, and then a 3rd and 4th person comes in for some reason, can the first 2 speakers see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can see immediately when someone enters the room effectively.
Yes.
That's good. Okay.
See that, Bill? You could take us to your pizza nights on these.
That sounds great.
Or even better, you could take us to your next meeting with the Megas.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're getting there.
I want that.
So I do think that maybe at a coffee and conversations in the future, you guys can say, hey, at such and such a time, we're gonna just have a little unofficial chat, like an unofficial after hours. And maybe Debbie will show up, maybe she won't. But just to test it out and see what it's like. So I think it's, it's open to everybody. So if we announce it ahead of time, people will show up, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna actually call Cecile last night and tell her let's get on there and play around with it.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe during one of these, Wednesday or Thursday sessions, we can say the second half of the session is us trying to get onto Discord and have a little party in a voice channel on Discord.
I liked it. Okay, that was all my stuff. Nora, did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Danette, your hand is still up. Did you have a different question or? Maybe just forgot to take it down.
Yeah, I'm on because my screen is smaller now because I'm on the other page. So let me go back.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
All right. Cool. Merle,
I'm wondering
you have
if
a
I
question?
I'm wondering if I accidentally opened two accounts because I went.
Victoria, were you saying something? You're on mute now.
Okay, sorry. I am wondering if I accidentally started two accounts because I went to discord.com and started one, but then I clicked on the link that you gave and I seem to have two names.
That's okay. I have two
So
names
Danette,
too,
maybe that I
actually.
was able.
Was somebody asking me a
quiet
question?
now. I'll be quiet.
Was somebody asking me a question?
Sorry, Merle, I can see your mouth moving. I can't hear you though. Maybe Merle is frozen.
Probably.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Probably frozen. Sorry. Yeah, I'll just never mind and do it a different way.
Okay. Does anybody else have questions on Discord before we switch over to talking about Google Docs?
There's things I can't do, but I can live without them.
What are you trying to do?
Oh God, I brought it up so many times. I think it has to do with me being on an Android phone. I can't change my profile and my avatar.
Oh, okay.
Things like that. I can't add my phone number. It says it's invalid, but I can live with all that.
Okay.
What did I do on my
All right.
phone? Okay.
All righty. Well, I would just encourage everybody to play around on Discord. You're not going to break stuff. If you put something in the wrong place, I'm one of the moderators, and I'll be gentle and I'll help you move it to the right place. And you really can't break anything, so just play around because this what I tell people is that the Discord works best and it's most exciting when people use it frequently. Because if nobody posts in it, then it's quiet and it's boring. So it's best when there's a lot of vibrant activity. So it is what we make of it.
Oh, do have one quick question. I haven't been able to get a Google Doc onto Discord, and I don't think I ever will on my phone. That's why I ordered a book, to hopefully follow along in the book. But it's about Harvard classes, how to sign up, how to search, and the thing is it covers so many things like climate change and political advocacy and AI. I mean, just every topic you can think of. They have 17,000 courses. So where do I decide to put it? Because, or should I put it in more than one place?
Well, so in this example, Dr. Chris asked you to put this together or something, or how did it come
Well,
up?
yeah, Dr. Chris did ask me to do the Harvard, instructions, which I have done, but there's no way I can download a Google document into Discord because the options that I get, I do have one to share to Discord, but it only brings me 4 channels, and it doesn't belong in any of those 4.
Did you see my I responded to you when you brought this
Yeah,
up on
yeah,
Discord?
yeah, I
I
did.
suggested just posting the link to it. You don't have to download it and share it directly to Discord. You just put the link in there. I would suggest putting it in the resources channel.
Now, how do you how can I copy a link? Because like in Drive or Google, if I click on it, where do I copy the whole rectangle? I don't know if you can do that. I think it opens it.
So I will show you how I do it, and it may look different in Android. I've never used an Android phone, so I won't be helpful in the
I can tell you how. Are you talking
Oh,
about going from one screen back to like an article you want to copy?
well, no, I created a Google Doc that needs to be in Discord. And I have options to share it in different places.
Well,
But when
usually
I
when
click,
you hit share, it gives you different places, options of places where you can share it. It'll say
that,
copy link, Facebook Messenger, and so on and so on. You can even to somebody's text. It gives you the whole list of where you can share. Just hit the share icon, and then it'll give you the options of how you want to do it.
yeah, and Discord's one of them, but it only brings up 4 channels for me, and it doesn't belong in any of those 4. Hmm.
So my suggestion is you copy the link.
How do I copy the
That's
link?
that's what I was about to show you.
Okay,
I don't know how it looks on Android.
Yeah.
okay, I'll just watch.
Okay.
I have an Android phone. I'm willing to take a look at how this might work. I have one I can set up for a test case. So
Oh,
I'll take a look, Nora, at perhaps what you're trying to do, and I'll get back to you directly, and we can take it outside of this just for the moment, if that
okay.
makes sense. Because I can actually fire up an Android phone and see if I can simulate what you are experiencing. I can get words out of my mouth.
Thank you.
So for those of us who are maybe on a different platform, either on your computer or on an iPhone, when you go to Google Drive, so I went to drive.google.com, and we're about to talk.
We lost her again.
Yep. I
It
think she
looks
was
as though
good.
that.
You're up.
Shall I kick in?
Yes.
All right. Well, I think that what she was going to show you was how she copies something into Google Docs, which I guess is probably a reasonable intro into Google Docs. So we're going to make that transition while Rebecca's coming back. And I am going to share my browser screen.
Rebecca has rejoined,
Good.
but we are now moving to Google Docs.
Okay. And are you seeing my
Yes,
Chrome browser on the screen?
yes.
Excellent. So the portal, if you want to call it that, or the way that I get into Google Docs is I start Chrome. I log into my email, so my account is active, and then I click on the waffle, a word I learned last week, the waffle. And this has all the list of all of the various Google tools. Laura, your hand's up. Go ahead.
Yeah, Stephanie, I just wanted to say that I do have Androids and I can help people get to the
Great.
Google Docs on their Androids if you want me to try to do that now so they can try to follow along with what you're going to tell us to do.
I tell you what,
mean,
let me do the little bit of the intro and then let's come back to that. You good with that,
okay,
Laura?
Yeah,
fine.
I've
I'm
already
fine.
created, I've already created Google Docs, but when I went into Chrome to get to this page, it pulled up some other stuff. So do I need to like close out everything that's in Chrome or something to get to this page?
Well, if you have a lot of tabs open, when you open Chrome, it will open to your most recent. So the plus sign or the ability to make a new tab should take you to something similar to this. But those are some personal settings that are hard for me to interpret.
Yeah, I'll just delete everything I can find to get to this page. But
That'll work.
I just went to Google Docs because I've
Well,
got
on your
a
phone, you're going to have an icon for it. If you are on a laptop, you will end up needing to do it like this. So a laptop or a MacBook will bring you to it this way. You can also get there directly by typing in your URL bar docs.google.com. So this is a building with many doors. And we all have different ways to get there based on the road we arrive in and on the destination we're going to try and seek. So we try and be open to addressing all the different devices and the interoperability and the things that go with that. But sometimes you're absolutely right. There are obvious differences when it comes to whether you are on a mobile device or a laptop or a desktop.
Yeah, I got icons for everything.
Yes. Okay, so here I am going to start in Drive. Drive is our repository that Google provides for keeping your files. It is the metaphor of a filing cabinet. So when you open it up initially, I see things that I do frequently, and I see my file cabinet down the left-hand side. From here, you can also launch a Google Doc, a Google Sheet, a slide, or a form. So I'm going to launch a Google Doc from here. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to rename my doc, and I'm going to do that by clicking on the area where it says Untitled Doc, and I am going to begin typing the name that I would like my doc. And when I'm done, I will hit enter or click off of that, and we now have an officially titled document, our Zoom Tech Doc. Hang on, let me get rid of my, Google has introduced the idea into its document that we have in spreadsheet style artifacts. And that is a tab. So what is showing here that I'm going to get rid of is my tab screen where it would show if I had multiple documents. And now we're just going to look at the main screen. So when I open my Google Docs up, I get a choice for templates that they have made available, meeting notes, and email drafts. So this says some predefined formats for us. Don't have to use any of them. I can just start typing. being old like I am, that would be the typing sentence. So everybody can see now is the time for all good people to come to the aid of their country. So you can see it. Okay, I'm looking. That means that I'm still working and I'm still in business. So the Google Docs is a word processing program very similar to one you may have used, Microsoft Word. There are others. There is Open Office that is not akin or affiliated with anybody. There is Google Docs. There is the Microsoft Suite. So there's an assortment of different programs that may allow you to do word processing, which is, fancy note taking, right? So there's a whole set of features. Let me get rid of my managed storage notification. Sorry about that, guys. So across the top, we have a menu that has an assortment of things for us. New document, open a document. We can edit. In this case, all we have choices for the things that we might want to edit. Find and replace is also under edit here. View. So in view, we have choices for mode. And this is one of the topics that we have addressed that I think warrants revisiting. A particular document can be looked at or examined in one of three modes: editing, suggesting or commenting, and viewing. Comments are what we might add to a document if we don't want to change it, but just want to say something about it. Add our tabs. This is showing in a print layout. I have my ruler showing so I can know what tabs are. There's an equation toolbar if you have to do math. And non-printing characters. I'm going to age myself terribly now. WordPerfect. I don't know if anybody remembers it, but WordPerfect got famous because of non-printing characters. Because I shouldn't say that, visualizing what was happening was really difficult at that point. So non-printing characters, if you like to use them, are available to you in Docs as well. We can insert a variety of different things. I'm going to skip over that now, and I'm just going to hit formatting for a second. So if I want to format text, the things that we might frequently want to do if we're trying to make emphasis on something. So bold, italic, underline, all of the things that go with. So font size. Hang on. Increase or decrease font size and capitalization. You can change an entire selection to uppercase or lowercase. The thing I'd like to point out before I move on are the set of characters next to each feature: Control or CRTL plus B, I, etc. Those are keyboard shortcuts if you are on a laptop, because, for example, you may want to do something like this. So what I did is I highlighted that and used Control B to make it bold. Now, I will highlight it again. And this time I will go to Format and Text and undo the bold. So there are two ways to do each of those things, one of them with the menu bars and one of them with the keyboard. Maybe a decent time to talk about versioning. Versioning is the tracking of the changes that have been made to your document. So what we have is we have two changes that have been made. And these are the revisions of that. So if I said, if this were a 200-page document and we had made a bunch of modifications to it and something happened, we lost something, something got overtyped, something got overwritten, you have a revision control that you can roll back to. And this is where I like to ask Bill to talk about this, because he uses Google Docs a lot in his NWSOFA team groups. Bill, are you in a spot where you can share some of that experience with us?
Yes, I can.
Sorry.
So we have a fairly large chapter here in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, and then we have this much larger national presence with the Zoom, which we're on today. We have almost 10,000 members. We have 32 leads now. So we do a lot of work with our leads and lead groups on Google Docs. And so we will start like tonight. There is a gun violence prevention group. Our gun violence prevention folks shared a Google Doc with me the other day that said, here is the start of what we have for the agenda tonight. And they had a few notes. I could see that. I went up there and I made some comments. Do you have a speaker for this? Do you have this person here? I just read about this. And then they start filling in. And it goes back and forth until it becomes a formalized document that we review right before we start the meeting, in that half an hour before the meeting. And would you like me to share what our full leadership Google Doc looks like?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I can stop sharing and we can absolutely use that process.
Okay, if you would, I will share that then.
All you.
Maybe I can bump you right off. I don't know.
You
That's not
can, but
very
I
nice.
got out of the way for you.
God only knows what you're going to see. Somebody said this is like going into my closet, because now you're going to actually see what all the stuff I got going on here. So let's see, where do I go? I go into my Google Docs. I go into my general area. I can see the agenda. Are you seeing what I'm seeing now?
Absolutely.
All right, it's taking a second to come up here. So we put a we put an agenda out each month, and I say basically, here's the July agenda. Please update your area with anything pertinent up that you have been doing, so that by the time I get to that Sunday night, we not only have the newest things that have happened. For sure, for some reason, it's actually not coming up right now. I'm not sure why.
Okay, well, we can move off of that.
Yeah, but by the time we get done, they have filled out for each area, whether it's gun violence prevention, climate change, our Restore Our Democracy groups, local democratic opportunities, rallies, etc. Everybody has filled those things out. When I first started doing this quite a few years ago, it would take me all weekend to do this. Today, it was done by everybody else. I'm actually going to try to jump off of this because I'm not sure why. Yeah, so I'm just going back to this, and I'll give it one more try. Because it normally pops right up, but it has been a huge time saver for me.
I put you on the spot, Bill. I apologize.
Well, you didn't put me on the spot. You put my computer on the spot. And for whatever reason, it did not want to pop up on that, and right now I'm panicking just a little bit. This is that we're actually doing this. We practice doing this to show you how we adjust in the moment. So
if you want me to, I'll take back and I'll share something and we can do some sharing discussions that way if that works for you.
Well, I'm actually going to try it one more time. And it says I'm running low on memory, so that could be my problem.
Yeah.
I'll also open it on my end, Bill, because you shared it with me if you want.
Yes, because Rebecca is part of that leadership team. Please do, and I will get out of this.
Okay.
You see if you can crash again or not. Okay, I've stopped sharing. And I see Rebecca is,
So I'm in drive.google.com, that view that Bill was in a minute ago. And because this is not a document that I own, it's something that Bill shared with me, sent me the link to. You can see that it's in my shared with me section. So he's trying to share this document, this leads agenda with me.
we'll see how this recovery works, Rebecca.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking it's a mamma jamma document.
It is a big document.
got a bunch of pictures in it.
There you go. We love graphics, and then we try and open them.
So we may not be able to see the.
And we lost Rebecca.
All right. I'm going to pick up and I'm going to share if that's okay. And then we'll see if we can get back to this.
Please,
I think it's up to you guys. We can keep going at this.
please do, go ahead.
I
All right, so
only
my
had one question. I'm sorry. I might have to just leave because I've been over all this. And I only had one question, but I don't think we're gonna get to it.
well, at
So,
this point, I think you might as well go for it, Nora, because we don't have a fixed agenda. Please go right ahead.
no, I asked this over and over and over and over and over. So people are getting tired of it. I just want to transfer a Google Doc into Discord on an
Okay.
Android, and it doesn't. I've seen all these screens. I've tried everything. It doesn't work.
I am going to take that up as something. Oh, Laura's going to help. I see it.
Let's
I'm
have
gonna
Laura try.
try. I'm gonna try. I just did a test on my Android cell phone. I created a very basic Google Doc on my cell phone, and I shared it to Discord under
Can
Discord
we
questions and whatever it is.
can we
So
let
if someone,
Laura share her screen?
I don't know how to share my, I'm on, I'm looking at you guys on my PC, my nice big monitors, but I just shared something.
Okay.
You can go to Discord and look for it. Go to Discord questions. Um, it's right there
Yeah.
on my account. Android cell phone. I tried to share a Google Doc. View only
Laura, we
to
have made
anyone
you
with a
a
link.
Laura, we have made you a co-host if you would like to share something.
I don't have anything to share. I'm just
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm just telling you where you could find it. Then you can tell me if it
Well,
worked.
I think Nora needs the demo of
Right,
what
but I need
steps
to
you
know it
followed
worked. If
on
it
your
didn't
phone.
work, I can't help. If it didn't work, I can't help.
Where did you post
That's
it?
what I'm saying.
That's okay.
Where'd you post
I
it?
don't want to start crying.
At
I'll wait. I'll
Discord
wait for my
questions.
book.
Let's listen and see if Laura can help. What channel was it?
Discord questions, the thread um, under technology.
Okay. Let me
Moreau,
see
you
if
got
I
something
can
to
see
add on
it.
this topic?
Oh, I can choose Discord when I go to share my Google Doc, but I only get 4 channels in Discord, and none of them are appropriate.
Well, that was exactly what I was going to say. I heard Nora say that a couple of times. So maybe what Nora has not done is added more than 4 channels to her list of channels. Like she could go to browse channels and find a whole bunch more channels.
I had
Maybe.
just about everything except for gardening and I think I didn't add like 4 or 5.
Well, couldn't you add it to the sandbox and then somebody could move it?
So
I
Laura,
can,
that worked. That worked. I see the link that Laura was able to post. So whatever process Laura did, we need to teach Nora how to do that.
I don't have the option though, so it's okay. It's okay.
I want to solve this. This is like my goal to solve today.
I think we're all on that.
I know. You know what, guys? I've been trying to do this for so long, and it's not working. And
Well,
that's why
I hear the frustration. So let's listen to Laura and what step by step what she's doing. And Nora, I want you to follow it on your phone.
Well, I think Merle made a good point that I haven't heard, or what Nora was saying, that she only has access to a certain number of channels, and maybe she needs to go to browse channels and be sure that she has the channel or thread where she wants to post it.
Yes.
I have just about every channel in Discord.
Do you have the channel where you want to post it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay,
It,
well, I'll tell you what.
when I go to share, it only brings up 4 Discord channels, and none of them are appropriate. I don't think
Okay,
it's so.
you can
Would it be
copy the link.
That's what I asked. How can I copy the link? But I don't know how.
Okay. Okay. You're in your Google Doc. Are you in a Google Doc?
I'll get there.
Okay. I suppose you don't need to be in it, but you need to be near it. I mean, you need to be able to see at least the title in the list.
Should I be in Drive? Because I have one I'm working on that I don't want to post yet.
Okay, well, you need to be with whatever document you want to post. You need to get your, I'm sorry, Stephanie, I don't remember all the terminology for pop-ups and whatever.
There is
Okay,
no right terminology. You tell her the
yeah.
way that it makes sense to you, Laura.
Okay,
You need to pick share.
Okay, I can choose my company boycott list, and I couldn't list everything because there's too many companies.
Okay, so you pick share, and I'm still on my Android cell phone. So a blank screen pops up for me. Add people or groups. I did not do that. You could. There are 3 dots up in the upper right-hand corner.
Yep.
Click that.
Okay, and I get manage access.
Yes, click manage access.
Anyone is fine.
Yes. And then don't click away from that yet. Do you see like a paper clip up in the upper right?
Yep.
Click that.
Okay.
Link copied to clipboard.
Yep.
Then you go to Discord. You have your link on your clipboard.
Okay.
Open up Discord. Go to the channel or thread where you want to share it.
Okay.
You can type in a little note. I typed in a little note, and then I pasted the URL, which is on your clipboard.
Oh my goodness.
And then you hit send.
It pasted the whole list. I can delete the other one. So just click on message.
Yep, click on message. Hold
there it
there.
is.
Then,
It's there. Wow, that was easy.
Okay, good.
I'm all set.
Yay.
Yay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, thank you for speaking
Yay,
up and making your
Laura.
needs known, Nora. Excellent. I mean, that's what we needed to get to was what do you need for us? How can we help you?
Well,
Well done, Laura.
that's why I've been coming to every single meeting is to figure out how to do this. Okay, well,
I would like
I'm fine. You guys just carry on.
I would like to ask Laura, uh, is where you're from, Laura, and are you part of an Indivisible chapter or a local Democratic group or progressive group?
I live in Wisconsin currently. I've been attending you guys all of these most of the hands-on and sorting soup and this and that and the other. But no, I'm not. I don't belong anywhere.
Oh,
Well,
you
Belong
belong
here.
here.
What
You
we
are our
learned.
new Android expert. You have just been nominated. You are now in charge of Android support.
Well, I'm willing to try because I learn things by poking around. I don't.
Me too.
I mean, yeah, you learn a
Laura,
lot just by trial and error.
Well
Laura,
done.
can you put your phone number, contact
Sure, I
information
will.
into the chat?
Okay.
If you want to do it just privately, that's fine, or you can share it to all of
That's
us.
okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
sure.
And
Sure.
you may find yourself part of this group.
I
That's
would be
amazing.
happy to be part of this group.
Oh, thriller. Well, somebody having an Android phone available to do the work is really helpful when we're trying to work through some outlier kind of things. So, we hit the mainstream. Life's 80-20, right? We hit the 80 and then we deal with the 20. So we've been through the 80 on all of these topics, maybe not so much with Google Docs, but the 20 is where we're going to really grow together in our knowledge and expand our ability to do things. So everybody's valuable in that situation. And not like you get a participation trophy, but Lori, you provided valuable information. So thank you very much for stepping in there. Because God, we all certainly wanted Nora to get to her destination in this situation. So well done.
Stephanie, I
Thank
believe
you,
I can
Stephanie.
share that document now. I fix it if you're willing.
Go for it, man. We're ready. I'm feeling excited now. We have a win in our belt.
I don't want to take that away. All right.
You're not going to.
So I'm sharing. I'm going to. I think you can see it now.
Yes.
And
Okay.
you wonder why you couldn't bring that up?
So
I apologize. Excited utterance.
So this is the document. You can see it's got our logo at the top. I put that up there a couple of years back when we started doing this. But the top is all, boilerplate. When we start the call, we fill out. One of the gals, Kathy, fills out who's on the call and who's not on the call. So we have a list of that. And then the different people are putting up what we call our call outs, things that we did, places we went, rallies that we attended, the different things that we did, and pictures of our big chicken up there, and myself at one of our table events, etc. So we do all this to talk about when we start, and then we talk about the upcoming picnic that we're going to have, and then we key on some of the new issue teams nationally that we're doing, are sharing our stories, our sorting soup, vision forward, and this hands-on how-to skills working group, and then some other things, and our new YouTube live streaming, which this video today will be part of. And then we share our calendars, the finalized ones, and the sketch ones. We talked about our events, and then each group fills out their area of what they do. And since we have a lot of groups and a lot of leads, that goes on for quite a while. But we have it all down, and sometimes people don't update their stuff. But as the month goes on, people know to go in and update these things, and we get right down to our financial, where we are financially, etc., and what our balances are. And it continues to go on because we put things in there about Rv'w, some of our resolutions, what we're doing, some individual national updates, etc. So we have 20 some people working on this at their leisure, but the day of the actual call, that hour before, we'll have 10 people on, all working together, and we can see these things kind of jumping around, etc. And I just thought I would share that. And I think I can stop sharing if I can figure out how to do that. Stop sharing. So it's a huge time saver, and I hope that's just for an agenda. We're doing one for the picnic, who brings what to different things. It is the absolute power of Google Docs. People can all share together at the same time. And the other area that's not talked about a lot is it instantly saves. So you don't have to save it yourself and worry that somebody is not going to see it. If 10, 15 people are working on it, it saves everything. So it's a huge time saver. So that's what I have to say about that, Stephanie. Boom.
Well, that was great, Bill. Really appreciate that. Rebecca, are you up if I share a document with you? Yeah, Rebecca. Yeah, hi. Do we want to do anything else, or do we want to wrap the call up? It's 22 minutes after the hour. We could take last questions and end our program rather than going for another hour.
Let's ask for questions, because
Absolutely.
we are going to do this tomorrow at 12. But then next week and going forward, we're only going to have one of these sessions. And next week we're going to start with another new area. And my brain just went blank. I wanna call
Substack.
it Substacks, yes. So we're going to be talking about Substacks because people are starting to use this as a way to communicate and get information out to their members and their organizations. So Rick, who is on a lot of our coffee and conversations at 9 a.m. call every Monday through Friday, he is always talking about his Substack. So we've asked him to help us understand. I have never done a Substack. Every time I've opened it up, I've not gone any further, because I always see things that say subscribe, and I get a little nervous and nerky about that. So hopefully we'll learn how to do that, and NWSOFA will be able to start a Substack that we can put the updates that we do from the morning coffee and conversations on, and just see how that flows. So it'll be kind of fun. So go ahead and take questions. I think Merle has a question.
Well, it's more, that sounds like fun. I agree with you, Bill. And I just wanted to mention that in the chat, I posted a link that I think Stephanie shared last week called techlifeunity.com. And they have a YouTube that I haven't checked it out as much as I could, but I think it's very useful for a lot of techie stuff, especially if you're kind of old like me.
Thank you, Merle, for remembering that and posting it again. Yes, that is one of the resources that I posted last week, and I will do my very best to post both of them, because I had a few different, because people like different things. But the online training for Google Docs is pretty widely available because of its use and its ubiquity in the user community. So absolutely, there are documents out there and videos and stuff to help you with stuff like that. So really, thanks again.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I'm looking at it right now. I didn't look at it last week. This is great. All right. So are there any other questions? Okay, let me get back to the Zoom.
No, we don't have any more questions or any more hands up, Bill. So I think you can walk us out.
All right. Well, I think we have thoroughly accomplished our goal, was to confuse everybody to the point that they can't ask any questions anymore. But this is part of this how-to. As I said, we're not professionals in this area, but we're users. And if we see something that we like, particularly in technology, that may make your lives as an Indivisible leader, as a member of Indivisible, as a member of 5051, Move On, your local Democratic group, then we're accomplishing our goal. We do it not because we have to, we just think it's important. So thank you very, very much, Rebecca, for putting that up here. Because this will be the conclusion now to our live streaming of our YouTube. And if you want to go back and see how confused we got during the time we were putting things up, you can go back onto this YouTube because it's unedited. It has every and oops and where did Rebecca go? That actually happened. So, folks, thank you so much. We really appreciate you being part of this. And for myself, I learn a little bit more every time I hear our co-hosts talk. And Laura, I got to say thank you for joining and being part of this and contributing today, because we now learned how to do one more thing, merging these concepts of Google Docs, copying, taking it over to Discord, and dropping it into a channel. Amazing. Last week, I don't know if I said this, I never knew that on Google Docs, you could go back. If you had a problem with a document, you could go back in time 20 minutes, an hour, 5 days ago, and restate the Google Doc that was actual at that point. Amazing. I've been working with this for 10 years. I never knew we could do it. So we're all learning, and that's what it's all about. It's a great community. Just glad to see you all out here, and have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow, maybe. If you want to come back, that'll be at 12 noon Central. Bye, everybody.